Hey everybody, this is Jerome. Welcome to All the King's Horses. Just as a warning before this, I am very angry about what I'm going to talk about, so keep that in the back of your mind as I discuss it. I'm going to talk about Shelly Duvall being on the Dr. Phil show, and I had recorded an earlier video before the interview came out that I didn't release because I wanted to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And I saw that interview, and it was much worse than I thought, and I am disgusted. It was the modern-day equivalent of a penny at Bedlam. And for those of you not familiar with that term, Bedlam, or Bethlehem Hospital, was a psychiatric facility where the orderlies would let you pay a penny to go in and see the freaks and throw stuff at them and hit them and possibly worse. I thought we had gotten past that time period. But now we're going to take someone who has no business being put on camera in her state and exploit her. And it was exploiting. There is no doubt in my mind, because if you see her, even in the clips, if you don't want to watch the episode, I understand. If you see her in the clip, she is clearly delusional and needed to get to a treatment facility immediately for her own health and well-being. But they decided to interview her, for fun, rather than get her treatment and then interview her. Because I don't think she could consent to that interview. I don't think she knew what was going on. At one point she says that the sheriff of Nottingham is going to kill her for talking to him. So Dr. Phil, in his infinite wisdom, then decides that she needs to go to a treatment facility in California. You have someone who's afraid for her life, and that is very real to her. That delusion is real. She believes that. So you decide to put her on an airplane where she has to go through TSA screening, because that calms everyone down. And then you're surprised when she doesn't make it through the entire treatment there. And it took me a while. I was trying to figure out why did they send her to a place in California? Why would they do that to her? That's traumatic. Sometimes when I'm in my lowest point, trying to get on a bus or get a car ride down to my doctor is traumatic, much less a freaking airplane. Jeez. And then at the end of the episode, I noticed, you know how on most TV shows they have promotional consideration provided by the following, where they list, it's usually on game shows where they give you refrigerators, they'll say consideration provided by Frigidaire or something. Well, if you look, there's the clinic right there under promotional consideration provided by the following. So the Dr. Phil show didn't even pay for the treatment, from what I can gather. That was just an ad. And it disgusts me. And I'm happy that most of the news outlets are yelling that this is really bad. And I would say boycott the show, but I never watched it until now. So me saying I'm never watching it again really doesn't do any damage to him. I'm more concerned about her. Thankfully, Stanley Kubrick's daughter, Vivian, put a GoFundMe up to try and get her some actual help. And the GoFundMe link is going to be in the description of this video. If you are able to, please go help her out. We got to take care of our own. But the reason why I'm so mad at Dr. Phil is there's no way he didn't know. And he knows the right course of action. And he didn't take it. Now, imagine you're walking down the street and you see someone just in the middle of a heart attack. They're having a heart attack, they hit the ground, and you run over to them and go, "Are you having a heart attack?" And they say, "Yes, I need help." And you go, "All right. Now, do you eat a lot of fatty foods? Do you think there's a genetic component to your heart condition? Do you lead a sedentary lifestyle?" Now is not the time for that. It's time to get them to a hospital. It's utterly disgusting. I'm sorry I'm so angry. I usually like to be a little more composed or scripted in these, but there's no way to be eloquent about someone exploiting someone for $1. Not that we shouldn't talk about mental illness. I mean, that's why I'm here. But there's a time. I am going through my journey, but I am able to talk to you about it. I am clear-minded in where I am. I don't have delusions. I'm just a person talking. Now, people say celebrities will be held to a different standard. Well, celebrities are still human beings. It's not fair to hurt her like that. And once she gets better, she's going to see this interview. How's that going to help her? To find out someone did this to her, and that's going to help her trust people and make her think that people aren't coming to get her because they came for her. They came for her and they used her. And I want us to just come together and email Dr. Phil, email Harpo Productions, which is his production company that's owned by Oprah, maybe even email Oprah, and let them know that this is disgusting. If you want to do something on celebrities with mental health conditions, why don't you call Wentworth Miller? You guys probably know him as Captain Cold from Legends of Tomorrow and The Flash. He had a huge battle with depression, and he is openly talking about it. Why don't you have him on the show? Why? Because he is eloquent, he is straightforward, and he can tell you something, and most people on daytime TV would probably find that boring. Now, let's bring out someone who is clearly in pain and humiliate her. That'll bring in the ratings. It's disgusting. Well, that's all I probably should say about that. I got a lot more in my mind, but I don't know if I have the time to bleep out all the expletives that would come out of my mouth. So I want you to take care of yourselves out there. And I want you to take care of someone else when you can. Now more than ever. So go out there and have a good day. Goodbye.